Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A Fargo woman is warning you to keep a close eye on your online accounts and unhook any credit card information that you have saved to them after she says her email and Amazon accounts were hacked and the scammers went shopping.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the woman who says she wants to make sure that no one else falls victim to what happened to her.
While browsing through Amazon last week, one woman who wanted to remain anonymous for safety concerns couldn't get into her account anymore.
So I tried like 3 different times, still couldn't get on.
And every time she requested a new password, she wasn't getting the emails. So she picked up the phone and called Amazon.
So at that point we realized something was up.
Only to find out she'd been hacked. The hackers changed her Amazon password and ordered $1,500 worth of pressure cookers. And they filtered her emails so that anything from UPS or Amazon would go straight to her deleted folder.
So they actually knew what they were doing, you know. It was purposeful.
Both Amazon and the woman's bank refunded her the $1,500. And she was able to cancel one of those orders that included 3 pressure cookers. However, she was too late to cancel the other order.
And they came here, it was delivered to my house, which was so strange.
And you can see the words package intercept written on the label and then scribbled out with some blue ink.
I wondered if it was telling somebody to intercept this package, but I don't know. I think it's definitely suspicious.
With the history of pressure cookers being used in recent bombings, Tim Runcorn with the bomb squad says incidents like this are concerning.
What they have done with pressure cookers and then the fact that they've been used actually for quite a few years in the bomb world, it raises a red flag in it.
And now the woman says she's using this scare as a lesson, no longer keeping her accounts logged in and open all day because she says her safety trumps her shopping convenience.
And this has just been a real eye-opening experience for me, and from now on I will definitely keep my credit cards off the account, and I'm very mindful now about signing off.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The woman did file a report with the FBI and says they're looking into the incident. However, the FBI did not return our calls today.
This has been a day that has looked and felt like we were going to get stormy weather. Let's find out from Hutch what he expects for tonight. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. We do see a few showers starting to rear up here in the Red River Valley from Grand Forks south into the FM area. A few sprinkles here is all we've seen. But the aerial coverage of these showers will likely increase as we go through the evening. In the Devil's Lake Basin, it looks like it remains dry. Temperatures there the coolest, 61 in Grand Forks, and it is 74 in Fargo with Sisseton at 79. So for this evening, a chance for some spotty showers, a couple rumbles of thunder possible. This should all taper off once we get to the midnight hour. It will be cooler in the Northern Valley with a chance of showers as well. Coming up, we'll have a look at that Friday forecast and talk about the weekend ahead here in a moment.
Sounds good. Thanks, Hutch.
Suspects have been identified in a stabbing that took place at a Harwood bar. Authorities say it happened Sunday night at midnight during a fight at the Harwood Grill and Saloon as patrons are trying to leave the bar. The victim of the stabbing suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was treated on scene by FM ambulance and was not transported by ambulance.
Authorities confiscated at least $16,000 worth of drugs from a home in Becker County last night. 18-year-old Morgan Anderson of Park Rapids and 18-year-old Matthew Gibson of Osage, Minnesota are being held on pending charges of sale of controlled substance. Authorities found 338 grams of butane hash oil wax, 616 grams of marijuana, and 4 firearms in the home.
West Fargo fire officials are saying a home's bedroom was destroyed in a fire late this morning. Luckily, it was contained in the basement. Officials say that the fire on Charleswood Estates Drive was caused by a candle lit in the bedroom. Fire Marshal Del Sprecher says that the man living there did the right thing when he shut the bedroom door.
If you shut that door, it's not going to get oxygen, and that's going to limit the fire damage, and that's what happened.
The man and his dog were the only ones at home at the time. They both made it out safely.
The family of a University of Minnesota student who died at a fraternity house released a statement honoring his memory, saying they hope nobody else has to experience the pain they are now feeling. 20-year-old Dylan Fulton's body was found Wednesday inside the Alpha Gamma Row house near the St. Paul campus. Fulton was from St. Lawrence, South Dakota. Police say they don't believe, the death involved hazing, but alcohol could be a factor.
A local canine team had a successful track after a police chase from Clay County into Fargo just after midnight. The pursuit was called off, but the vehicle was later spotted near 25th Street and 25th Avenue South. Authorities say 23-year-old Andrew Garza was found hiding near a home a few blocks from his abandoned car.
A Minnesota sheriff's deputy is hospitalized after being shot with an arrow during a 2-hour standoff earlier this afternoon in Sauk Center, Minnesota. Deputy Paul Orvis sustained the injury while responding to a report of a pickup crashing into a building. The 31-year-old suspect fled and barricaded himself inside a home. A perimeter was set up and residents evacuated while negotiators talked the man into surrendering. The suspect was shot multiple times by officers. He was flown to a hospital to be treated for his injuries.
An unlicensed drunken motorist fleeing police at a speedometer-busting pace with a 14-year-old along in the dead of night was among nearly 1,400 impaired drivers caught behind the wheel during the latest crackdown across Minnesota. That campaign against impaired driving ran from August 17th through September 2nd. Officials say that 11 motorists who were pulled over were found to have a blood alcohol content of 0.30% or higher. One driver topped at more than 4 times the legal limit of 0.08%. More than 300 Minnesota law enforcement agencies participated in this statewide crackdown. Also this year, there were 1,244 tickets handed out for seatbelt violations.
West Fargo police are warning about another scam making its way through local phone lines. A whistleblower shared with us this voicemail she received telling her that she's in trouble with the law. Let's listen.
After that, you will be taken under custody by the local cops, as there are 4 serious allegations pressed on your name at this moment.
West Fargo police tell us variations of this phone message are going around, and some even mention specific officials by name in order to sound more legit.
Either making a request, again, to go collect money, and then wire that money to avoid arrest, which in any case, that is not how law enforcement operates. You cannot wire money to avoid arrest.
West Fargo police say they do contact people to let them know they have a warrant out for their arrest, but say they would never tell you to wire money over the phone. You would post bond at the Cass County Jail. Assistant Chief Boyer says if you have any doubt, call police before taking any action. And this story was brought to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud in your community, call it. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. 237-6576. You can leave your tip.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, UND leaders have a million reasons to smile thanks to a very generous donor.
Up next, a change in the seasons brings changes to the legal hours that teenagers can drive.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.
I'm Kelly Armstrong, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
I'm Kirsty Armstrong. I want to talk to you about what kind of man my husband Kelly Armstrong is. Kelly is a lifelong devoted North Dakotan. Family and community service are deeply important to Kelly. As senator, Kelly has been a true leader. Kelly leads with his heart, he gets results, and he always strives to do the right thing. What Kelly Armstrong the man means to me is what will make him the best representative for North Dakota.
My life has completely turned around after visiting the Center for Pain Medicine. I visited other healthcare providers but wasn't able to get the relief I needed with my migraines in my neck and back from a whiplash injury from a car accident. I was really struggling with severe neck and back pain, and it was making work really difficult and also being a mom difficult. The Center for Pain Medicine made a huge difference. With the treatments I've been receiving, I've been able to manage my pain, get back to work, and be a happy mom and live life.
Isn't it time to get back to basics? Check out Perkins' new menu, full of timeless favorites, sweet and savory breakfasts, big, thick burgers, hearty morning combos, and lots more, starting at just $4.99.
Beautiful, energy efficient, and easy cleaning replacement windows. Windows Plus.
As the sun starts to set earlier, a reminder to teens on the road. After sunset, driving is prohibited. Teens under the age of 16 holding a restricted license are prohibited from driving between 9 p.m. or sunset until 5 a.m. the next day. And the penalty for a violation is a $20 ticket and 4 points against your driver's record. There are exemptions for teens driving directly to and from work, school, or religious activities. One study states that a fatal crash rate for teens is about 4 times as high at night as it is during the day.
Sanford and local universities are teaming up for a new simulation training center. The center will feature the latest technology so that college students and medical professionals can train. The center will include task trainers, mannequin simulators, and standardized patients.
This is how good would the Bison football team be if they all learned sitting in the bleachers? And I suspect that he would not have very many championships. But unfortunately, that is how we have approached our education, not because someone designed it that way, but because if you let that student or that learner make a decision and they make a mistake, that's on you, that's on me, that's on our loved ones, and that could cause a death or a terrible outcome.
The center will be in the former Children's Hospital and is expected to open in 2020.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, they may not know it, but these little turtles are pretty important. We'll tell you why.
We were treated to a great start to the day and a beautiful sunrise and a quick check of the updated drought conditions across the area. They have worsened in the Devil's Lake Basin and the Northern Valley. Some rain in the forecast. I'll have details on where it's heading next.